Good morning everybody. Sorry I haven't put anything on for a while, but I've been doing a few bits and bobs, and because of COVID I can't travel to the coast, so no fossil collecting, and I've had very little time to do any prep work either. But I have been doing a little bit of fishing locally. Just thought I'd make another video and show you what sort of nodules I've found on the coast and what I'm going to be prepping. So we're going to have a little look and see what sort of species we've got and how to go about prepping these nodules. So I hope you enjoy this short video, and hopefully once the restrictions have been eased we can get back out on the coast fossil collecting again. Yes! Right, before we start I'll show you my cabinet with the fossils that I've already prepped just in here. Only a small collection at the minute, but I have got plans to do something else. Nice bit of bone there, we'll have a look at that later. Found that at Mappleton. A nice ichthyosaur vertebrae just there. But yeah, I've got plans to build a shed. So hopefully it'll be really quite nice once I'm finished. Yeah, so this, what was showing, all I could see was this bit here, and you can see there's a DAC inside. So I normally don't do this, but with a hammer and chisel I opened it up and this is what I got. A beautiful DAC. All I've got to do now is polish it. It's a bit water worn around the edges, but a beautiful nice DAC. Yeah, a beautiful DAC. Can anybody tell what this one is? It was lying just on the beach like this, and with a little bit of prep work we managed to get out nice hildy. It's only small and it's not all complete, but the centre's there, so that's quite nice. Nice piece. Lovely hildy. And this nodule I found just like this, but there was the hints of an ammonite just around the sides, just like that. So I decided to take the whole nodule home, and I've been on this for 3 hours now, and a beautiful ammonite. And what I like about this particular specimen is that it's got parts of the shell preserved. It is a bit of a bugger to prep because it's full of iron pyrite, but it's coming out quite nicely. Taking a while, but that's what happens when you're prepping. It does take a while, but I don't mind doing it. I could have hit it with a hammer, but more often than not, like I said before, the fossil breaks and I have to glue it back together and start again. So we're doing it nice and carefully, but yeah, beautiful. Beautiful ammonite. And here we have another nodule, and you can see the ammonite just poking out of there. So, like I said before, usually when you tap it with a hammer it breaks, and this is exactly what happened with this one, and I know exactly why. Because if we turn it around, it's full of iron pyrite, and there's the edge of the ammonite just there, and if you can see there, it's been crushed in fossilisation as this one. So that's why that one didn't come out. But what I'm going to do, I know it's not going to be whole, but I don't mind these squashed ammonites. I'm going to prep it down and then I'm going to polish it, and that's another one for the collection. And then we move to this nodule, and can you see the ammonite? Can you see the ammonite? Bet you think it's about there, don't you? Well, you would be correct, because if we turn it round here, it's running all the way along. It's running all the way along here in this nodule. You see there? And it's running all around there. But this I'll be prepping because it's a big ammonite. I think it's a big DAC, so we'll be doing that myself. So that'll be another nice ammonite, but it's just getting time to do it because it takes so long when you're prepping, but it'll be worth it in the end. And then of course I think you all know what this one's going to be. Looking at the shape of it just there, turning it around, it's got a nice keel on it just in there. That's going to be a nice Hildy. I'm going to prep it from this side, I think, because there's more showing of the Hildy on this side than there is on that side. So hopefully, I hope it's not too full of iron pyrite, but the Yorkshire nodules normally are. But that'll be a nice full Hildy, fingers crossed. Just fell out the cliff. Yeah, and this is my workbench, and this is my TT pen that I use for fossil preparation. It's a very good piece of equipment. My friend John's got the T-Rex pen, or he should have by now, but I like this one. It's a very good tool for fossil preparation. Yeah, it's got a nice strong tip on it there, so you can use this for hours and hours and hours, removing little pieces of rock from your nodules. It's a very good piece of equipment, this. I won't be without it now. It's not cheap, but so long as you look after it, you know, I've got some different tips for it. It will last you a long time. And then moving down onto the floor, here's my air compressor, which you need because obviously the tools are run on the air, so you need one of these. It's not the quietest of things, so you do need some earmuffs on when you turn it on, but good piece of kit. And here we have quite a few nodules to prep. There's quite a few here, so it's just having the time to prep them. That's the only problem. Nice broken Hildy there. I took it because I can polish it up, and although it's only a part of a Hildy, it's still got the centre there. I just need to prep the middle out, so that'll be quite nice. So yeah, got some nice nearly perfect ammonites to prep on there, which would be quite nice. Quite an easy prep, Might take 2 or 3 hours to get that middle out. And we've got one here in a nodule. Can anybody tell what sort of species it is from this angle? Can you see the nodes on here? It's a Perinoceras. Bit warm there. And can you see there it's slightly displaced from the other curl? It's been squashed in fossilisation. So I'm looking forward to prepping this one. There we have the biggest piece of rock that I've moved off at Speeton's. That's an ectramorph ammonite, that's the top of it, and that's a little curl. Showing the rest of it's not there, but yeah, that's 4 stone is that. And then I've got a multi-block just there. I've got to prep down and see if there's any more in there. And then we've got all this to prep. All the ones at the top here are already prepped and ready to go into the shed, so which is quite nice. So we'll just go and have a look at them. Got this one here. Look at that one. There we go. That one's already done. It's very thin in the middle, you know, so it didn't prep out too good. But Laura found that just on the bit on Mapleton Beach, just like that. See if we can get a closer look. There we go. It's a bit of a closer look at it. A very rare one, I'm told, for the Holderness Coast. So that's a nice one. And then I've got this shell here, which I found with John. That was at Hompton, I think it was. Very nice shell, just sticking out the cliff. There's another one, another DAC that I've prepped. Like I say, it's very hard when it's very iron pyritey, you know. Just around here didn't come out too well, but most of it did, I think, you know. And there's not much left in the centre, you know, so that must have been how it got fossilised. But yeah, some nice finished material there, and they are quite large, to be fair with you. I mean, there's this one just here. Let's get it in the light. There we go. It's very water worn, but the middle's still there, and it polished up quite nicely. So we've got a few here, and then we've got a double here, which some of you have seen in my other videos. We've got one with a Perinoceras, and I think it's a DAC next to it, which is not all that preserved, but still a lovely specimen. Pleased with how that come out, to be fair. And this one was found at Mapleton Beach. I'm not quite sure what species it is, but there's 2 wearing out here, and I think it might be a nice multi-block. But I'm going to prep it down. I see there's a few more just around the edges here. There's a small shell there, but I think there's some more in there, so it's worth taking the time to prep all that down, because I've only got another one of those. But if this is a nice multi-block, it'd be nice, but it's going to take me a few hours, but I think it'll be worth it in the end. Yeah, and the last nodule I'm going to show you is a beast. It is a beast, which is this one. It's a big nodule. Now, I found this at Saltwick. Somebody had hit it and it had cracked into 3 sections. Now, there's a big DAC in here and they just left it. So I thought, well, you know, what's the point in leaving it? You know there's a full DAC in here. Yeah, it's in 3 pieces. So what I've done is I brought it home, I've glued it all together, and I'm going to prep it down from this side, and it's fit together quite nicely, so we shouldn't have any gaps in it. So I think that'll be a really nice ammonite, and because it's in the middle and all the outer edges are free, I can grind all those down, make it all nice and neat, and then you've got a beautiful big DAC in the middle of that, and it would make a fantastic display piece. I can't understand why somebody left it, really, you know, when you can fix it. I mean, fair enough if it broke up, but it was only in 3 pieces, and it's fit fit back together perfectly. So that's going to take a few hours though. So if you've liked this short video, please like and subscribe, and thanks for watching. I do really appreciate all my subscribers, and hopefully I'll be out again. I think it's about June time before we can get to the coast. I want to go up to Saltwick, and I want to go up to Runswick as well, and probably Kettleness. Don't know about Port Mulgrave because they had a great big cliff fall, and the stairs got washed down the cliff. Don't know whether they've refixed them or anything, but I would like to go there as well, see if we can find some marine reptile. Marine reptile, yeah. I'll show you this piece I've found at Mappleton. I wasn't quite sure to start with, but then I put it on the fossil site, and it is marine bone. I don't know what it's from though. It could be from a marine crocodile or an ichthyosaur, but take a look and see what you guys think. But I think it's a good find. There's not much bone left there, so I can't really do any more prepping. I think there's a vertebrae, and there's a few other little sections of bone, but take a look and see what you guys think. Right, it was laying like this in the sand, and you can all see there's some shells in there and a few other bits and bobs. So I turned it over, and there we go. I thought, well, that does look a bit strange in the formation. I think that's a vertebrae just down there, but it's very thin. It's been very water worn, and you can see there's a bone just there, and there was a bone, maybe a rib, running alongside there, but all the bone's gone now. It's just the outer piece left. See if I can get a closer shot. There we go. So, don't know what kind of bone that is from, and I don't know if it's from a marine crocodile or an ichthyosaur, but it's a nice piece of bone that I picked up from Mappleton, and there's a few little bits and bobs in there. There's not much left of the bone, but it's nice. So if anybody can tell me, do you think it's a piece of marine crocodile or whether it's from an ichthyosaur? But who knows, it's still a nice piece, and it's still a piece of marine reptile, so I'm quite pleased with that. So here's a close-up shot. Looks like it might be a shoulder bone or something, I don't know. And then I think that's the vertebrae, just going round there. I know a lot of people have told me to prep that middle out, but there's not much left, to be fair with you. There's not much bone left, but nice piece. Listen to that wind outside. It is very windy today, but this is my ichthyosaur I'm going to put up in my new shed. It's a beautiful specimen, this one. It's amazing these creatures lived millions of years ago. It's absolutely a stunning specimen. Look at the eye, how big the eye was. See if we can get the teeth in. There we go, look at them teeth. All specially for hunting fish. Beautiful. Can't wait to put this up.